Hello, Dawn Moore at Allegiance Title Company. The other day I was asked to serve on a TRID panel in front of a group of realtors who had been already experiencing some closings under the new TRID processes. There were several questions they asked, and I thought I might share the questions and answers I gave them because you may have the very same questions. One of the questions was, we know the buyer has to have the closing disclosure 3 days before closing. What about the seller? Will the seller get it that early as well? Or potentially, will it be the day before closing? Or will it vary with each closing? The 3-day rule only applies to the buyer's side of the closing disclosure. We have to provide to the buyer 3 business days before closing the closing disclosure. Otherwise, the closing cannot occur until they have had it for 3 business days. Not so with the seller. The seller can receive the CD all the way as late as the closing, and we can still close on time. However, many lenders are asking us to complete both sides of the closing disclosure when they release the closing disclosure to the buyer. So we oftentimes have the CD available to the seller. We can offer it to the seller at any time once we have all the information necessary to prepare his figures. Another question that was asked was if a CD request, the closing disclosure request, is sent late in a working day, for example 5 p.m., to the title company from the lender, and the title company is closed, how will this affect the window of days a lender is required to get the CD returned to the buyer? Well, this is a little backwards in its questioning because the lenders are actually providing the CD to the buyer. So what I'm assuming they mean is, what if the lender sends a request for us to provide our fees on the CD so that they can complete the CD and send it to the buyer on time, and their request comes to us after we are closed that night? Well, I will tell you this is no different than when we know a closing is scheduled for a particular day. We stay late to get it done. If the lenders tell us we need to get a CD out that day and they will need figures from us, we will get it out that day. Then the lender will actually forward the CD to the buyer. And it really doesn't matter if the CD is forwarded to the buyer before 5 p.m. on that day or after 5 p.m. on that day. That counts as the day it got out to the buyer. That is day 0. Day 1 of the 3 business days is the day after. Day 2 is the 2nd business day. Day 3 is the 3rd business day. And you can actually close on the 3rd business day. You do not have to wait until that passes. So it really doesn't matter what time that CD is delivered to that buyer on day 0. 3 business days after that, and any time on that 3rd business day, the buyer can close. I hope this answers some of the questions that you have had in this new process. If you have additional questions, you can contact me at tipoftheweek@allegiancetitle.com or my direct email, dmoore@allegiancetitle.com. Thank you.